What's up, kiddos? It's Fuji here, back with a brand new track about drawing, because Fuji knows everything about drawing. No, I don't. Now, the thing about drawing is that it's such a versatile medium, and we can all draw. I don't want to hear anyone say to me, "Oh, I can't draw." Okay, you're lying to yourself, because everyone can draw. It's just some of us have taken a lot of time out of our lives to make it into something that we really want to do, and people just, we all have our strong points. I don't want to hear anyone say you can't draw, because even this is drawing, okay? Don't bitch to me. There is no difference. You can draw. You're just telling yourself you can't, alright? So fucking shh, baby, okay? It's okay. We all have strengths and weaknesses, and we can all build ourselves. The constant spirit of wanting to improve oneself. Because there's no way you can stop improving. You just have to keep doing it. And that's the same with drawing. Because you can't just, get to a level and think, yep, that's my peak. That's it. That's as high as I'll ever get. Like, drawing is a skill that you have to keep honing forever and ever and ever. And, you just can't. I'm rambling. Listening to me go. Okay, kiddos. Listen here. Now, a thing about drawing humans in one way is that a lot of people, even I have suffered from this, is that we all kind of think layout lines are so annoying and they get in the way and okay, when I talk about layout lines, this is what I mean. The circle through the line and the now a lot of people, me included, when I was younger, I was like, this is so annoying. I can't spend every minute of my time drawing this. It's so annoying. I just want to get straight to what I was doing. Now, a problem with that is that I learned is that the thing with that is that there's a reason for them, because you kind of need them. Because watch this. When you try to draw a face without layout lines, you kind of you don't know where you're going. Now, I know it kind of looks like I know what I'm doing here, and trust me, I guess because I've done this for a while, I kind of know what I'm doing, but the thing about this is that this looks kind of flat. I know it, I'm trying to get this right, alright? So, this is like a human face, okay? So we got a human face. And we've gotten pretty much everything where we want it to. But the thing about this is that, I'll show you. I did not have layout lines for this. So we've got a head. It's about that. So we have halfway. So we've gotten the eyes relatively in the right spot, going halfway between the face, because eyes aren't 3/4 down, they're not 1/3 down, they're halfway down on the human body. And I know we're drawing, which is we can stretch the limitations of the human proportions. But also, the thing with this, the mouth is very low. See how it's right down on the chin here? And I've just drawn this because I like the way it looked. And also, look at this, the nose is right on the jawline. And also, the ears should be starting right where the eyes are. And also, the hairline is up. So, we've got a bit of an uneven thing going here. Which is I know we're drawing, but if you want to draw realistic human faces and proportions, then you gotta remember anatomy. And to be honest with you, if you are a fan of anatomy, it makes it so much easier to draw humans. So, what we have is, okay, so this, a lot of people use this, and that's really good. But the thing with this sometimes comes with the fact that the human head isn't perfectly circular. So people just think, oh shit, okay, I've got to make the head fit within the circle, and me included. And if you're drawing chibis, fucking go for it, mate. But the problem with that is that the human head isn't a circle. And I love my tablet so much right now. So you've got your head, but it's a circle, and you're like, hey, that looks cute, but it's not human. I mean, of course it's human. What am I talking about? Look, don't take anything I say seriously, because drawing is the most versatile, one of the most fucking versatile mediums, and like, I'm telling you, don't let anyone tell you what's right and what's wrong about drawing. Okay, another step people take is actually using a square instead. And I've seen this, it's like a quicker way to do it. So like, instead of drawing arms like this, and like showing yourself where the hand and everything and the elbow and joints and everything is supposed to go, you draw the head, and then you go down and you use a square for the body, and instead of doing, you can do this. And that shows you where the deltoid, the bicep, and the forearm is supposed to be. And it's really helpful, actually. It's called the lightning bolt method. I learned it when I was going to college for a little bit. And it's really cool. Like, it's really good for getting those superhero proportions right. If you're into drawing superheroes like Marvel and like all that stuff, which seems to be all the craze at the moment. But me personally, I use this style of drawing bodies because that's just how I quickly get them down and how I know where all the muscles are supposed to be. And sometimes I get the proportions a little out, but I fix them as I go. But also one step I take with this, like as I was saying before with the circular head, see, I add a bit of a jawline so that, because a circle is not how the human's face is supposed to be. Like, I like to sometimes, instead of just drawing a circle, I like to draw an oval, or I like to draw the circle and then add a bit of a jaw to it, so that I know where the whole face is gonna be. And then again, while drawing it from the side, I like to add a bit of a line at the front, so I know where the jaw is gonna be. Or I can just draw an oval again, and just add a bit of an oval in the front. So like, I know where the bridge of the nose is gonna be, I know where the mouth is gonna be, I know where everything's gonna be. Because layout lines are something that, like, it's quite cool being, cause like, we all draw our layout lines so differently, everyone who draws. Like, I do it this way, someone might do it a different way, like someone might do, like, some people are very freaking neat with their layout lines, like they'll draw it like a circle and then they'll go down, they'll do a line, like how the body balances, and then they'll do a box, or maybe a circle, and then another circle, and then like joints. Like, I like this actually. Like, it's very aesthetically pleasing to do it like this. And then another ball. Like, they do balls where the joints are supposed to be. And that's really cool. I like this. It's very neat. But at the same time, I'm a very impatient person, so I'm just like, human! But yeah, if you can adopt your own style of doing layout lines, that's fucking, you go for it, because in the end, we're all gonna get a pretty picture at the end of it, so that's all that I'm trying to say. Now, layout lines in terms of body shapes. Body shapes are something that are real, and they do exist, and we all need to come to terms with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with drawing because we've all grown up with, okay, kiddies, this is an ideal human, and we should all strive to be that. Okay? So, and like, bro, calm down, okay? You look pretty no matter what you look like, okay? Fucking body types don't matter. Fuck off, okay? Now, holy shit, that is so out of proportion. Maybe I should talk about proportions. Okay, so, basically, the human body is pretty symmetrical. Yes, Death the Kid, calm down. So, what happens with the human body if you study it for long enough, which Leonardo da Vinci did, and like, he's got some really good drawings of the human body in terms of proportion. Don't draw in steps that I'm taking, I'm going out. So like, The thing about the human body is that it's very, very symmetrical and very mathematical and whatnot, you know, cool stuff like that. So the deal is usually, and you'll hear this at like every fucking like art class you'll ever go to in your entire life, right? So the human body is supposed to be made out of 8 to 7 respectable heads stacked up on top of each other. And no, this isn't Viva la Resistance or anything, but like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy crap, I love my tablet so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's about right. And and like, so what the deal with this is that it's a pretty good measurement just to figure out. I mean, like, for something like a kid, like, because babies are fucking creepy and their heads are like bigger than their bodies, and it's like, oh my god, what the fuck are you? And they're like, haha, babykun, I'm cool. Yes. But like, whatever, you know? Drawing children is a completely different thing to drawing adults, so, you know, we gotta learn. Anyway, so, the thing about this is that, okay, so, the shoulders, there should be 3 heads able to fit on each side of the on your shoulders. Also, your elbows, your hands should be coming down to about mid-thigh or around that area. Your legs should be about half the size, about another half of the size of your body, like where your legs start. So you got your hips and then like that starts. And also, your biceps should be this, and your legs should be the same length as your arms, right? And also, like, so, yeah, it's very technical, and, like, who gives a shit if you don't get it right, though? But if you want to draw accurately, then that's just what you gotta go by, I guess. I mean, I keep saying this, you don't need to abide by the rules of drawing in order to be a good drawer. Listen to me, okay? Listen, Linda. You don't, okay? There are so many different styles out there that, like fucking, who cares what everybody else thinks, man? Like, drawing is your thing. Drawing, you can do whatever you want. Like, bro, okay? Listen, Linda. Listen. Now, in terms of drawing the body in action, it's like, have you ever heard of gesture drawing? Because gesture drawing is it's like just seeing the lines of the body, and that's fucking terrible. But, it's just seeing the curves of the body and being able to distinguish movement through the lines. So like as you can see, this is a line and this is a circle. It's a pretty messy line, but you get it. But as humans, we tend to recognize things as humans because that's just how vain we are. And so what I'm seeing, because I drew it, but hopefully you can be able to see, is that this is a head. And this is the shoulders going down to the back, and then this is the hips, and then this is going down to the butt and the legs. So that's how the body is moving. And then I can add another leg, and then maybe I can add an arm, and maybe I can add another arm, and then it's like, yes. But yeah. Gesture drawing is something that can really help you if you would like to draw dynamic figures. Like, I mean, if you're gonna draw like, okay, so this is like maybe like a standard run. See, I'm not really using I'm just using straight lines and like, I'm just kind of using, so you can see that this is like, oh, he's running, but like it's kind of boring. Whereas if I use gesture lines, then we can get like a figure who is like, ah shit, okay, let me just remember how. Let me just think of something. Okay, so we've got the head, and then we've got the shoulders coming around, and then we've got the torso, and then okay, so we got the torso, and then we have the hips. I mean, this isn't exactly gesture drawing, but like you get what I mean, right? So we've got the arms. So we got a bend in the arm, see, instead of just like a straight jagged. So we got a bend in the arm instead of, and then we got this, and then we've got the ankle up here bending onto the ground instead of just flat-footed, because that's not how humans work. And see how the toes, I've even got the foot bending like this, so it's like we can feel that motion of the foot coming up and like flicking almost, and then we've got this bend here that's happening, and we can also feel this twist in the torso as you run. See here, the twist in the torso here. So like we've got this whole vroom motion, and we can really feel it from that motion, and and you can, as you can see, it's way more dynamic and exciting than that. And of course, human joints don't bend like that, because if they did, then we'd all be a bit in trouble. So as I go in and actually add detail, I have to remember where the bones are and how this. But as you can see, I'm still retaining that bend. So there's an arch in the back, and here's the deltoid, and here's the arm and the bicep, and here comes the forearm, and here's the fist. And then we've got, see that I'm gonna try and get this twist in the torso, right? So I'm gonna add like the rib cage and also the stomach. And then the pelvis region, and then there's the butt, because we all have one. Deal with it, okay? And then I'm gonna get this bend happening, so the thighs come up, and then we've got the calf muscle coming down and bending. And that's another thing learning to draw, seeing how muscles react to movement. And like so here's the toe, and then here's the thigh coming down, and then here's the calf muscle coming in, and then we have the foot, and then we want it to bend as it hits the ground. So as you can see, like this is, if I was to add detail to this one, it would be like, I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When we see you, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Ba 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 da 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 da. Anyway. See how it looks way less dynamic in terms of movement. So, this isn't really scripted, so I'm just going with what I can here. So, I don't know. If you take anything away, it's that don't let anyone tell you how to draw. Okay? Maybe you learned something here today.